Alright, today the movie is Zodiac, released on March 2nd, 2007. Welcome to Brandon at Random Reviews, covering one unsystematically chosen movie at a time. Based on the books Zodiac and Zodiac Unmasked by Robert Graysmith. Directed by David Fincher. The cast, we have Jake Gyllenhaal as Robert Graysmith, Robert Downey Jr. as Paul Avery, Mark Ruffalo as Inspector David Toshi, Anthony Edwards as Inspector William Armstrong, and Brian Cox as Melvin Belly. For the plot synopsis, as a serial unaliver surfaces in the late 60s who teases the public with coded messages containing clues regarding his victims, a San Francisco cartoonist becomes obsessed with discovering the true identity of the person behind the unalivings, based on a true story. Alright guys, let's just dive right into this motherfucking movie. Let me be clear right off the bat, when I watch a movie that is based on a true story, I approach it with the preconceived notion that there is likely to be a little or a lot of fiction mixed in, for a number of reasons. The truth might be stretched simply for added entertainment. It could be that the truth would add unnecessary additional scenes that would detract from the story's purpose, and a number of other reasons. There have been so many movies released over the years that bill themselves as being based on real events, despite a notable lack of adherence to what actually happened. There is not one uniform opinion that I approach these movies with, since you kind of have to evaluate it on a case-by-case basis. This movie shows the perspective of the investigators, predominantly that of Robert Graysmith, a cartoonist in the city of San Francisco where the messages initially surfaced. There are also many scenes where the unalivings are depicted based on accounts of survivors or a compilation of evidence that gives the best approximation of how the crimes probably occurred. And trust me when I say this movie does a spectacular job of instilling a sense of true terror into its audience, regardless of the point of view being shown. As is the case with most of David Fincher's movies, this film is visually very dark throughout, which frequently adds tension and an overwhelming sense of dread. I would urge first-time viewers not to research the crimes that are frequently associated with the Zodiac if they don't know much about them already, to maintain a sense of suspense perpetuated by the film. This movie really keeps me invested throughout. There are several legitimately incredible scenes that occur, depicting real events that happened between 1968 and 1983. The three headlining actors, Gyllenhaal, Downey, and Ruffalo, all deliver exceptional and believable performances, conveying realistic takes on the real-life people they are portraying. As is the case with a lot of movies, I went into this as uninitiated as I could ask to be. I knew only the actors on the poster, and had a very cursory familiarity with the existence of these events, and that made my viewing experience exceptional. Alright, on to ratings. IMDb 7.7, Letterboxd 4.0, Rotten Tomato Critics Score 90%, Rotten Tomato Audience Score 77%. Personal rating 5 out of 5 stars. Zodiac is a masterclass in a true sense of terror, providing a reminder that the real world has its own scares to provide. Alright everyone, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Bye now.